Man United are one signing away from Champions League football, and that sounds absolutely mental to say. If you think back to the start of this season, where we were, what the season objectives were, I think a lot of people would have been happy for Conference League football, just a return to Europe, a return to midweek football. It's been a slog, one game a week. That is the minimum. But Champions League football is in sight. And honestly, with 16 games to go, I think one signing in January could get us over the line. With 16 games to go, the top three in the Premier League are Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa. I don't think that's changing. I think that will be the top three. They've been the most consistent all the way throughout the season. I just cannot see either of them dropping out the top three. Then you've got Liverpool in fourth. They're 1 point ahead of United with 16 games to go. Not real. I mean, they've been unbeaten for quite a while, but they're not winning great games at a great rate. United are in fifth. Then there's Chelsea in sixth, 1 point behind United. Then Newcastle are down in seventh, eighth, I think, but they're only 2 points behind. I think if you look at the teams around them, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, you would back Newcastle to be up there. So there's two spaces there, fourth and fifth, to creep into the Champions League, and there's four teams going for them. Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Newcastle. You look at United's squad, and this isn't just on the back of the Man City performance, an unbelievable performance, one of the best in Derby times ever, realistically. It's not just on that performance. If you look at the squad on paper, and you look at the other squad, the Chelsea squad, the Liverpool squad, the Newcastle squad, United have a shot at fifth. It's been a very quiet January for Man United, and honestly, we all expected that. The club have maintained for months now they're only going to move in January if a summer target becomes available 6 months earlier. That's what happened with Anton Semenyo. We said to Anton Semenyo, we want you, £65 million deal. He chose Man City. It is what it is. After that, the club decided not to sort of repurpose those funds. We're going to wait till the summer. Elliot Anderson, Carlos Blaber, or Adam Wharton, the marquee midfield signing, the top priority in the summer, that is where the focus lies. But I think United are missing a big opportunity here, because there's one player in particular who I think would be cheap, would be Premier League experienced, and would add something to this squad. It wouldn't be a Wout Weghorst, a Marcel Sabitzer, a simple short-term, plaster over the cracks fix for United. This is a player who can contribute now, get us over the line, get us to Champions League football, but also be a squad player and a valuable player beyond the summer. It's felt like most of the talk in recent days has been short-term deals for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Wilfred and Ndidi, but nah, those are the loan deals that United need to stay clear of. Ruben Neves is the opportunity. Previous reports have claimed that Al-Hilal are ready to accept £15 million to £20 million for Ruben Neves. A report the other day claimed that United were willing to spend £17 million to bring Ruben Neves to Old Trafford this month. That is the perfect deal in these current situations for me. Why? 28 years old. He turns 29 in March. Okay, it's not a long-term signing, but you get a few decent years out of him. And this is right now where we are, Michael Carrick's system, a 4-2-3-1. You look at United's midfield, you've got Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte as the two options, as sort of the anchor man, the defensive-minded midfielder. Next to him, you've got a player doing a similar role in Kobbie Mainoo with a bit more freedom. You saw against Man City, he was pushing high, he was pressing high on Rodri, getting involved in the attacks, tight spaces, progressing the ball. We need someone else like that. If Kobbie Mainoo gets injured, we're in big trouble. And Wilfred Ndidi isn't that profile. Loftus-Cheek is, but you've got big questions there quality-wise. Ruben Neves has done it in this league before. He's doing it now. Al-Hilal, yes, it's the Saudi Pro League. It's not the epitome of world football. But just looking at this here, 7 goals in 14 games this season for Al-Hilal. 8 goals, 4 assists in 21 games in all competitions. You look back at his Premier League experience, 177 Premier League appearances for Ruben Neves. Obviously at Wolves, Man United is a big step up. But he's a Portugal international. He knows Bruno Fernandes very well. He'll have a great connection with the likes of Mateus Cunha, Diogo Dalot, I suppose. I honestly think this is a no-brainer for what he offers. He is a defensive midfielder, realistically, but we know he can do that box-to-box role. He has things to contribute going forward. This isn't a player who's going to come in and turn Man United into Premier League title challengers. Of course he isn't. But United need to think beyond this season. And if you look at our squad and you look at the summer, Casemiro, very likely leaving Man United in the summer unless he takes a big pay cut. Manuel Ugarte is not good enough. He's probably going to be sold. Even Bruno Fernandes, we don't know what's happening with him. United do need that marquee signing. Baleba, Anderson, Wharton, for sure. But we need another. Even if Kobbie Mainoo's now staying, we need another for not... If you think about it, the marquee signing, that's to replace Casemiro, right? And we do need a marquee buy to do that because Casemiro is a fantastic player, an important player. But Ugarte is going as well. Well, he has to go because he's nowhere near the standard required. We need someone to replace him as well. And Ruben Neves can come in now, and for the next 5 months, 16 games, he can contribute with Kobbie Mainoo. You can start Kobbie Mainoo, but Ruben Neves is there. He offers something different, but it's sort of a similar role. Then beyond the summer, when we get that player in, who can start next to Kobbie Mainoo, Ruben Neves is still there. And he can play both roles. He can be the defensive midfielder next to Kobbie Mainoo, but if we need something going forward as well, he can be that player next to an Elliot Anderson, for example. This is a no-brainer. If he is genuinely available for £17 million and United were willing to put £65 million towards Anton Semenyo, I don't think there's an excuse to not go for Ruben Neves here. Will it happen? Probably not. If I was to hedge a bet right now, will Man United make a first-team signing before the January deadline? I'd probably say no. I think it's quite easy of a PR spin for the club to keep on feeding little bits of information to certain reporters saying, we're always considering midfield options, we're having a meeting with Michael Carrick, Michael Carrick is driving our interest in a midfielder, it might happen, it will get to the deadline, nothing would have happened, and United's word will be, we're going to be sensible, we'll wait till the summer. But there's a serious opportunity here for Champions League football that I don't think we had even 2-3 months ago. And I think United would be very, very daft not to act on that, not to take advantage of that. Because as I say, we are one Kobbie Mainoo injury away, one Bruno Fernandes relapse away from those hopes dying, maybe European football altogether going away. And if you see today those financial reports, United are no longer in the top 4 wealthiest clubs in world football in terms of revenue last season, down from 4th to 8th. That's very worrying. That's based on last season. Imagine this season, 40 matches this season, no European football, 2 cup matches, 40 games. The revenues are going to drop lower. It is crucial that Man United get Champions League football this season. If we don't, we could be in serious trouble. Now is the time to act. I would love Ruben Neves at Man United. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.